Electrocast.
Study
and play
come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get
the best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This is what everyone's talking about.
Everything's on the table.
This is what champions come to take. This is what everyone came to see.
And the slam!
No do-overs. No second chances. No more Mr. Nice Guy. This is winner take all. The NBA Finals continue on ABC and the ESPN app.
Hold on to your butts.
We are changing the course of history as we see it. That is what Wesley demands.
Now, this affects Iris. Iris, where are you?
What you feel only matters to you.
I do not entertain hypotheticals. The world as it is vexing enough.
Iris, I have a tip for you.
Don't take drugs!
Or whatever movies with Wesley and Iris.
What up and welcome to Or Whatever Movies. I'm your co-host Iris and I'm here with my older brother,
Wesley.
Today we're talking a movie from a long time ago. As a part of Cameron Crowe Month here at Or Whatever Movies, the first time I saw it, Say Anything.
Okay, we're doing a new thing. Iris, let's go back. What is Say Anything about?
Okay, so John Cusack lives in this place where it's kind of cold. And so he wears a trench coat. But as the movie unfolds, he loses the love of his life. And he decides to get her back. And the only way to get into her heart is through music. So he plays her favorite song underneath her bedroom window in a very chivalrous, courageous love act. Because he has to make up for being so afraid of being in love to the extent that he is in love with this gal.
Dude, that's the closest anyone has ever come to predicting the plot of a movie. Great job.
I was pretty close. I kind of got it right.
And Seattle is a cold place to live.
Yeah, hence the trench coat, although it's definitely a choice.
Okay, Cameron Crowe's directorial debut.
And therefore a very important part of his body of work.
Yep, not to be confused with our previous entry, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which he only wrote the screenplay for, wrote the novel for, and immersed himself for a year in a San Diego area high school. I do think, though, that he definitely wanted to move on to graduate from high school, as Say Anything is not really about high school.
It's about recent postgraduate life, like they graduate, but also Lloyd's already 19.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird. But he was in school. He was a senior. Do you think he was a ne'er-do-well?
No. Remember, he spent 2 semesters, one in England, one in Germany.
Right. And that put him behind?
Yeah. I don't know if maybe he was in English and German schools, or maybe he took a sabbatical year in high school.
Sabbatical. That's some kind of fancy English-German word.
That's an academic word.
Yeah. Despite them not being in high school, I still titled this movie The Kickboxer Kid.
It's a radical new sport, the sport of the future.
Yep. Did you know that the dojo in the movie was the Karate Kid dojo?
No, it wasn't.
Yep. It definitely was.
In Reseda?
Oh, I don't know if it was in Reseda, but that was the same filming location, according to them.
Wait, it was the Cobra Kai dojo?
Yeah.
That's some 80s movie crazy connection.
Yep. And like in The Karate Kid, all the high school is never really over. And all the high school drama plays out at the subsequent high school parties. And you have the chicken. The chicken is essential.
Wait a second. Where was the chicken in Karate Kid? That's totally ringing a bell. But when does it appear?
Well, it has to be in the Halloween thing, but I don't remember a chicken.
Yeah. He's like,
they're
in the shower.
See?
And then they're peeking out, and then they're like, he's using real eggs.
See, this is what I'm saying.
This is weird Say Anything Karate Kid crossover.
Yep. And then I graduated, so to speak. It was no longer the Kickboxer Kid. Do you know what I called it? Come on, you had to have made this connection. Titan Kick.
Titan Kick?
Come on. Dawson, Jack Dawson, Lloyd Dobler.
Is it because he's trembling?
Yes, they bone in the car, they're sweaty, and he's trembling. And she's the one who attacks him.
Aww. Maybe that's why I liked Say Anything so much.
Man, Dawson Dobler. John Cusack was the Leonardo DiCaprio of the 80s. He's the kid from the wrong side of the tracks. In this case, she's going to England instead of coming from England. Some of this could be Karate Kid tie-in as well. They have problems with transportation.
What's the problem with the because she can't drive stick?
No, because that and she can't. Diane Court was terrified of flying, and Lloyd was there.
Right, which is great, and they established that really early on in Say Anything. But was either Allie or Rose afraid of flying, or some other conveyance?
Problems with transportation is all I'm saying.
Okay, all right. It's a little bit of a reach.
We're sticking with Titan Kick right now.
No, we're not. That's a way worse name.
Well, I'm saying we're doing we're leaving Karate Kid behind, and now it's about Titanic similarities and parallels.
Okay.
The main dude in her life thoroughly disapproves of Jack/Lloyd.
Meaning Diane's dad.
Yeah.
With whom she also has a very strange romantic relationship with. Okay, go on.
Diane gives Lloyd a pen to write her.
And Rose gives Jack
some pence to draw her.
Pence?
Yeah.
No.
In the end, you jump, I jump. Diane can't live without him. She needs him.
Aww.
Defies the man in her life to be with the hood rat. And
who's all loyal and dedicated and singularly focused. Are you saying that the plane to England crashes?
No, I'm not saying that at all. The remove seatbelt light or whatever, the seatbelt light turns off. It's all good. I'm just saying there are parallels. And you can't look at Titanic and be like, oh, he didn't take that car scene, at least part of it, from Say Anything.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's very possible that Say Anything made an impression on James Cameron. What was James Cameron doing in 1989?
Probably watching Say Anything.
Directing Piranha 2?
Well, no, he was prepping Terminator 2 or in the middle of filming Terminator 2 because it was after Aliens. And when he's all in the middle of dude bro-ness, he was probably like, this Titanic one that I want to make, it's more about romance. So True Lies was his romance sort of segue, kind of angling more toward romance based. But then he probably watched Say Anything and was like, this is how I do it. And in Say Anything, doesn't she tell her dad, I would rather be his whore than your daughter, and then spits at him?
Maybe a little less defiantly.
Lloyd says, I gave her my heart. She gave me a pen. One of the most iconic lines in motion picture history. When Rose breaks up with Cal, he gives her his heart of the ocean. And she gives him a pencil drawing. Hello?
Wes, I get the connection. I get it. I get it. I can't say that I drew the same conclusions. I made the same connections. However, I decided before we had this conversation, before you made the connections, that Say Anything is probably one of my new favorite movies.
Really? And because you're our resident Titanic expert, we will conduct the rest of this discussion
interview style.
Did the graduation make you depressed?
Oh, God. Okay, so it starts with the a cappella solo rendition of
Oh, God.
I decided long ago. Who sings that?
That's Whitney Houston, the greatest love of all.
Never to walk in anyone's which, by the way, is sung by Joe. Did you notice that?
No, it didn't matter. Joe didn't have relevance until later on.
But it's just ironic. Apparently, Joe is a music lover, but he is not a musician or a musical artist like his ex-girlfriend. And then it proceeds, and then they're all hot and sitting in the sun with their mortarboards on, looking super uncomfortable. She comes up and gives a very uncomfortable speech. It took me days to figure out the go back reference. Days. It was like me. Yes.
There's a distinct reference, an identifiable reference to the go back.
Yes.
Enlighten us.
This was like my Adrian moment for Project Hail Mary, where I was like, oh, now I get it. Go back. I've seen the future, and all I can say is go back.
Oh.
To the future.
Go back. Okay. Wow.
Go back to the future. It's only your favorite movie of all time.
I got it. I don't know if that's good. Dad thought it was funny. I'm not sure that anyone else ever got it. Apparently you got it. For a fellowship winner, she's terrible at writing, either terrible at graduation speeches or absolutely right on what's expected of her, so that graduation speech, except for the go back line, resonated with everyone everywhere who ever graduated or attended a graduation.
Did it? I don't know.
Oh, God. It was so awkward.
It was very awkward, but it sure was honest, and it structurally presents the theme of the movie Say Anything.
Interesting.
I look ahead, and I'm scared. And it's honest, and it's compelling, and it's perfectly on theme, in addition to being really awkward and not particularly entertaining. Did you know that you came to my college graduation? Do you remember when I gave the baccalaureate speech?
The debate thing?
Yes.
Rent-free in my memory.
I thanked my opponent for his speech because he previously was my debate opponent.
Yep.
Even though we weren't in a debate.
A fact which the only two of you knew.
I'm just saying, Diane, I know what it's like to get crickets.
Oh, man. Honesty, though, is great for this movie. I think it's what Fast Times at Ridgemont High was shooting for. Some people didn't like that movie because it was unflinchingly honest, and pretty hard to see that either you were that high school kid or you see what those kids are going through. Pretty honest and raw stuff. And that's, in fact, what Cameron Crowe said, that he wanted this to be not the movie about the prom queen or whatever and the guy, but to be more honest and real, which I appreciated. Did you, oh God, these poor kids, man. You don't have to name names because that would be bad. Did you have a Corey Flood 65 songs about a guy named Joe person in your high school?
Did I sing 65 songs about a guy, or did a guy
did you
sing
know
65
that person?
Songs? Did I? Of course I knew that person. I knew, yes. I feel like maybe I knew more than one of those people. Yes.
Did you have someone in your high school or your friend group that was Jeremy Piven, the Firebird Keys guy?
He was also the outside the mini mart.
Yep. As was Joe, dude. As was Joe. They only had so much room for casting, and they're like, who do we get to be Lloyd's Court of Opinion or whatever? Let's get Joe back in here.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Piven. So you did have a Firebird Keys guy?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
I remember when we did the interview style of movie advice.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Sure.
I think my favorite advice was, we'll figure it out.
I wish I had remembered, and I wish I could include, you must chill. You must chill. Because it's great advice. And I mean, it has broad applications. And it brings me to my kind of final thing about honesty. Well, my big thing about honesty and Say Anything. And that's that Lloyd was my bro. Like, I really liked Lloyd. Diane Cord, I could take or leave her. She had her flaws. But Lloyd was honest and so forthright. Diane called him basic, but he was like the anti-Marty Mauser. He rolled up on Dad and was like, I don't know, like, what are you going to do with your future? And obviously Dad is concerned. He's like, I don't know. I can't figure it all out tonight, sir. I'm just going to hang out with your daughter. And, sport of the future or whatever. I can see by your face you don't know what that is, but I just want you to know, I want to assure you that your daughter is safe with me for the next 7 to 8 hours. Like he understood what Diane's dad's concern was. He doesn't care who this dude is, what his ambitions are. Is my daughter going to be safe with you?
Aww. LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. We cannot make your email response time faster. We can help you sell, market, and hire in one place. We cannot help you find space for your 3 desk drinks. Why do you have 3? And while we can't help you find the perfect volume for your presentation video, LinkedIn can help you find the perfect audience for your business. Grow your small business on LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/smallbusiness.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
He got accosted at the party and was made to be the key bag holder. And it's like, he was like, oh, he was on a date. And people are like, Keymaster, how'd you get Diane Court to come to this party with you? And he's like, I called her. And yet he administered his duties and he embraced that job and made sure everyone was safe and stuff. And then at the end, he goes back to the dad. It was kind of a secret reveal at the last minute that she was going to show up, but we didn't know that. He went to see the dad and talk to him to his face to say, I'm going with her, when she wouldn't do it. He went to kind of seek his approval, and he didn't have to do that. The dad is out of the picture. There was a couple of moments.
Physically removed.
To be fair, Lloyd breaks a bottle, but that's in front of the bros. He collapses a little bit because Diane is his focus. All he wants to do is be with her. He's really good at it, even though he's really not. It's just what makes him feel the most. He kind of revolves around her and is dedicated to her. So he doesn't take it very well in his private moments or with his bro moments outside the mini mart after they break up, and he breaks a bottle and he's like dazed and confused and talking into the tape recorder and stuff. And then the only other thing I could see that you could really fault Lloyd for conceivably is that he let Corey and the other chick, he let her read the letter. But other than that, pretty stand-up guy. I don't know. It wasn't kiss and tell. She drew the fact that they boned out of him, but to let her read the actual letter is something that I had been called out for at some point. Like, hey, like screen caps of text conversations, especially if they're delicate, aren't cool. You just communicate information. A little bit too private. So that's just something that I learned that.
But it was his letter.
Right.
He wrote it.
It's maybe something a little bit too private. And that's really it. Because I liked Lloyd so much and he was so honest and forthright, and that was really cool for me.
Yeah, and I can't attribute it to his 1 year, the 1 year that he has on these other high school students. He's just kind of a sensitive, maybe a little bit more mature guy. That's not saying that he has it together, because even adults in their 40s and 50s don't necessarily have it together. Like maturity, I think we've discussed, doesn't mean having it together, but he's honest about it. And that goes a long way.
Makes sure everyone is safe, keeps a respectful distance from her house when he hoists the boombox. Isn't like throwing rocks at her window or trying to climb into her window or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. When you puke, be it from a hangover or illness or anything, do you lift the seat and put your elbows on the rim?
I do think it's a courteous thing to lift the seat, yes.
What? Your aim is way better. You put your face through the hole, but you don't lift the seat. That's the dirtiest part of the toilet under there, I think.
Well, I'm not agreeing with the elbows on the rim. You don't need to touch it, but it's a more courteous thing to do than to accidentally puke on someone's toilet seat.
You can't hover if you're passed out.
I guess it just depends on how passed out you are.
Levels of passed outedness.
I mean, if you're like blackout drunk, then you're not even aware enough to be at a toilet.
Oh. So Diane recounts the situation to her dad. the moment that she kind of fell for Lloyd or whatever, or one of the key moments. And Kelly rolled her eyes and looked at me and was like, the glass. So did the glass, pointing out and kicking the glass out of the way and leading her around the glass, was that a moment for you?
Cameron Crowe makes a moment of the glass as he does the jukebox, which I'm sure we'll talk about later in this discussion. Is that the thing that would have won me over? Not necessarily. It's a little bit too knight in shining armor, damsel in distress for me. But it's Bag of Hammers clear that Lloyd is looking out for her, which he also did at the party, right? The night before. You know, she's like, he checks in on me, see? He's on the other side being all awkward and looking in on her. That's what he does. He looks out for her. And so it's just, if character is consistency, the glass is just another part of that aspect of his character.
He was looking out for everybody at that party.
Yeah, he was kind of like the awkward older stepbrother vibe from Clueless.
Yep. So if anything, Diane benefited from her dad's deception and crime, right? It enabled her to go to England. Well, the Fellowship did that too, but basically he was saying all that money was so that she wouldn't have to worry and she could live her life. As he said, my problems are not your problems. Don't worry about this. Go live your life. Right? I don't think Dad was a bad guy, at least to her. Like, his transgressions didn't carry over to her, right?
No, I mean, it wasn't like she was living fancy free. It sounded like she studied and she worked at the elderly care facility. That was kind of her life. That was her bubble. But I think that you saying that Dad did it for Diane is a little bit like Walter White saying that he did it for his family, which was Walter White's moment of redemption, because finally, apropos to say anything, he's being honest. So I think that the dad had his own motivations, and he definitely shows his true colors, i.e. bad character, when he speaks his mind to Lloyd at the end. He's a jerk to Lloyd at the end.
Yeah, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to have you as the go-between and stuff. And Lloyd didn't deserve that.
Yeah, he totally disparages Lloyd, and he shows that he has no regard, no respect for him whatsoever, and that he can't just, appreciate that he's a good guy. He's so obsessed with accomplishment and achievement that he can't even see the merit of his character. And so I do think that Dad, Mr. Court, is the villain in Say Anything. I do.
You mean Lloyd, who, despite the onslaught of accusations and disdain, still told him to try to save his feelings about the alternate version of the letter in which Diane wrote, I still can't help but love you. And then when she shows up, walks away to give them their private time? Come on. Do you remember the meme of Good Guy Greg?
No.
He's like the smile. It's just that when memes were pictures with text, it was Good Guy Greg, and he's like a smiling, mugging kind of dude at a party. And it's like, Good Guy Greg, well, is the guy that'll hold your hair back, even while you're puking, even though you just turned him down for a date and he doesn't know your name, kind of thing.
Aww.
He's just like the good guy all around whose intentions are pure, if innocent, and maybe a little bit basic. He was Good Guy Lloyd for me. So before all that, when we weren't sure if he was guilty, and there are a lot of clues throughout, I was like, oh, you poor bastard. Oh, God. Did you feel for him when he told that lady she had the best smile he's seen all week? Very nice compliment, not creepy. And then has her basically on the hook, for lack of a better term, and his card gets declined?
Ugh. By the way, that's Mrs. Geist. Mrs. Geist from Clueless.
Okay.
So Mrs. Geist, she's always getting hit on.
In Cameron Crowe / Amy Heckerling movies?
Yeah, exactly.
So did you feel bad for Mr. Court in that moment? Or were you like, F it? Because there was no future to that. He was about to go to prison.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just so embarrassing. And it could have been nice. There wasn't Mrs. Court, his ex, Diane's mom, not a part of the picture, although she's not the most shining adult character. When it's movies about kids, parents don't always come off the best. She's like, when you see so-and-so, make sure you smile because otherwise your face looks ugly or whatever. So, of course, I'm still able to have sympathy for Mr. Court, but also he was kind of scummy.
So, was the dad's deception about the money, was that the reason, the excuse that Diane used for kind of getting back together with Lloyd? Was it to get back at her dad? Like, you told me to break up with him. Honey, you got to be firm. If I answer the phone, I'll just get back together with him, so don't answer the phone. When his crimes were revealed and she understood that he was guilty, did that invalidate his wisdom or advice to her, and so she got back with Lloyd?
I don't think she did it out of spite, and I say that because she did answer the phone. She just didn't do it in time. She answered the phone in his presence, in her dad's presence. She just didn't answer it in time to speak with Lloyd. I think it was a little bit of an inevitability that she and Lloyd would get back together. That being said, did his incarceration push her to need him? I think so. She basically lost her support structure at a pivotal time in her life. But does that mean that Lloyd was the fallback kind of rebound support? Not necessarily, but maybe a little bit. And is that okay? Is it okay for Diane to need Lloyd? I think it was okay with him.
Yeah, what she says is, if I hurt you again, I'll die. But I do have to say that good guy Gregs are always the fallback, the support. I'm the person that everyone calls when they have drama because I style myself as good guy Greg, and I'm not that person outwardly with other people. It's just I'm more stable and fallbacky, so people call me when things go haywire. So the radio thing worked because it happened pretty early.
It happens at the appropriate moment, and I was really curious to see that it is such a small part of his overall strategy to get Diane back. It's the briefest of moments. She's tossing and turning, you hear the music, you see him outside, you see the iconic shot, the iconic pose, but it really is just part of a montage of Lloyd trying to get Diane back. He's leaving her the 8th answering machine message. I guess it's not a montage of like him trying to get her back, but a montage of just basically him spiraling out.
The most memorable blip, though, was it's what you remembered and what you knew not having seen this movie. I think it's the cover image, one of the most iconic moments in romantic comedies.
One of the most parodied moments in cinema.
And not something that John Cusack wanted to do. He'd be like, I'd be more the guy who sits on the hood with the boombox on the hood next to the car, which would have been a cool guy cover image too. Or Cameron Crowe really fought for it, and the cinematographer, I don't think he even filmed. He's like, there's no film in the camera when they did it John Cusack's way. And then he found the park and the golden hour and was like, let's go do it. John, just hold it up. And he was like, okay, this is Cameron Crowe talking now. And they got the scene, and it's absolutely iconic.
It's not maybe the most naturalistic blocking. That being said, it's definitely the most cinematic. You get the boombox right over the face. You get his determined little mouth and his focused little eyes. And you see it all. Lloyd hasn't changed. He's still eyes on the prize and willing to do what it takes to attain it.
Dude, good guy Lloyd is all about Diane Court. See how good he was with her on the plane? She's wearing this dumb hat. He's the stability that she craves, that she's come to rely on with her dad. That's now Lloyd, who's ferrying her across the sea to her new life or whatever. It was like a better version of The Graduate ending. Spoiler, I mean, I won't spoil that. But it was like a sweet moment or whatever, and it was good. Also, like Rose, who needed guidance and wore a big dumb hat.
Oh.
I went back to Titanic there.
She wears a couple of hats. Would it be accurate to say that John Cusack and Cameron Crowe have had similar career trajectories? Like they kind of peaked in the 80s and 90s? I've enjoyed some recent John Cusack movies, but he always feels a little anachronistic. Although that's weird and kind of ironic to say with a movie like The Raven. But yeah.
maybe what he should have done, because he was the impossibly baby-faced John Cusack of the 80s, the Leonardo DiCaprio of the 80s, if he had gotten all dirty and furrowed brow and ate elk or bison liver or something and got all buff and made the beach and tried to shed the pretty boy image, if he had indeed embraced kickboxing as the sport of the future and starred in a UFC movie, Jake Gyllenhaal style, when he got all ripped, maybe John Cusack would have had more career longevity. But he just seems like a smooth-faced, soft-body kind of 80s heartthrob type guy.
Yeah, I guess we never got the buff John Cusack action hero era.
I didn't know that was going to work with Leonardo DiCaprio, because he was what is he's trying to be buff and a big dude, a normal actor, not a kid, but it worked or whatever. I think Lloyd and thus Cameron Crowe, who he said that car thing with the shaking, involuntary shaking, actually happened to him. I bet James Cameron can't say that, because he would have been directing the whole thing and orchestrating it, and the sweating would have been from profuse effort and agitation. But he was he was basically me or whatever. Poor Lloyd is kind of a tortured soul. But presenting to Diane, to his dad, I think that dude was kind of flawless in his honesty and just what you see is what you get. Wasn't trying to deceive anyone, and took his responsibility seriously, even if he wasn't career or future minded other than kickboxing.
To know Lloyd Dobler is to love him.
Yeah.
And also akin to one of the best quotes, a subtle one, but a good one. Lloyd Dobler, all right.
Less subtle is Corey after he tells Jerry McPiven, I have hidden your keys. Chill. Hugs him after she is finally single or free of Joe and says, Lloyd, you're a great guy. You're just a great guy.
Aww.
You go, Lloyd Dobler, and thus Cameron Crowe, modeling the hero after yourself.
Yep. He was not far from the innocent, well-intentioned, if not a little bumbling kid from Almost Famous.
Diane Court, the hot girl in your screenplay, says, if I hurt you again, I'll die. I need you.
Oh, it's music to all of the good guys out there. Music to all of the good guy ears. I loved Say Anything, and I think I will revisit it again. I mean, at this time, I'm so tired of Titanic. I'm excited to have a Titanic replacement.
The answer is The Last of the Mohicans. Our discussion available at orwhatevermovies.com or wherever you get podcasts. And now Say Anything.
Check out our other Cameron Crowe Month discussions, or whatevermovies.com, or wherever you get podcasts, and let us know what you think about it and all of our other themed months, 818-835-0473, or whatevermovies@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed this discussion on Say Anything, and we'll see you next time.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
The most memorable gifts aren't found, they're made. Zazzle is a custom marketplace where you pick any product, a mug, a card, a tote, a phone case, and make it personal. A photo, a name, an inside joke. The kind of gift that actually fits the person. That's what 30 million customers have been coming back to Zazzle for over 20 years to find. Right now, save 25% on your first order at Zazzle.com. That's Zazzle.com. Make it zamazing.
Electricast.